Yeah. Josh does fantasy. You know what it is. Sunday coming quick, set your line up right. Josh got the plays, got the insight tonight. From the draft to the trades, he's ahead of the call. Breaking down the game, yeah, he's schooling us all. Josh does fantasy, football, that's the vibe. Grab your notes, tune in, it's a winning ride. Stats and laughs every week on tap. Josh got the heat, let's run it back. Josh does fantasy. Yeah, Josh does fantasy football.
Welcome in to the week 15, first week of the playoffs here. What an exciting week! A lot of close matchups out there. I think it's an exciting time for everybody. Someone's getting close to getting some money. I may or may not be one of them. May fall apart there a little bit on the redraft. But on the Dynasty side, I'm still alive because I had the bye week. If I didn't, I probably would have lost. So, not looking good for me. Let's see if this week changes anything Dynasty-wise. But congrats to those that did win in advance. And we'll take a look at the matchups here and see what happened. Let's take a look at our activity for the week here on the Dynasty side. And you got Kelly begging for a tight end. No one's really sent him an offer. Sorry, Kelly. I really don't have any good tight ends, so I'd never send you. No one that I would have, you would have done good with. All my tight ends on my bench did bad. I think even on my, I don't think Bowers did too good either. So, but I wouldn't send you Bowers anyways. So, yeah. So just looking at anything here that stands out. Bryce picked up J.J. McCarthy again, which he had a decent last two games. So I'm not sure what to make of that. Now, they were against maybe some not as good defenses. Week 16 played the Giants, so this week he'll have a probably decent game. Giants aren't really putting up much fight there, but Detroit and Green Bay, different story on that part. Now, Green Bay did just lose Micah Parsons, so that's going to hurt them quite a bit. Let's see, anything else to talk about here? There's Drew trying to get rid of 3 tight ends he's got, but I don't think anything happened there. I didn't see any trades pop through. Bryce picked up Emmanuel Wilson. I think that's before he got hurt. He played 20% snaps. Never mind. I thought he was out for some reason. Who am I thinking of? Maybe it was Josh Jacobs. Did he play? No, he played too. I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyways, there's Bryce saying thanks for Pitts because Pitts did some great things. So, definitely hurt Kelly. I don't think it would have made a difference. The only thing it would have made a difference if Kelly had Pitts instead of Bryce. Then maybe that would have fit the score a bit. So, all right, so we'll go ahead and look at the matchups. Let's see how I do this. So I go to, I guess, Pirtle and Rance there. I'll see if it'll let me do this. Pirtle and Rance, perfect. Okay. So, Rance demolished. Absolutely demolished Pirtle. So, sorry, Pirtle, your run ends this week. So you'll be playing for the 5th, 6th place game there. But, yeah. Rance's team looking good in the playoffs there. We'll start with your team there. Bijan did great. Travion Henderson, man, what a crazy year it's been for him. He's coming on towards the end of the season, which is expected of rookie running backs. But a lot of people lost faith in him because his losing a lot of snaps to the rest of the running backs. And to be honest, the last 2 weeks, he's only had about half the snaps. You know, you'd like to see more than that. You know, but he's doing good. At least last week he did good with the snaps that he had. So can't complain too much. You know, if he can repeat that the next 2 games, you may have a really good league-winning performance there from him. I'll say your receivers did not do too good there. Rance, Waddle, and McMillan. Not sure what happened there. But to tight end, Trey McBride and Goddard. Your flex there. They both did good. Two touchdowns apiece. You did lose Christian Watson in the middle of the game there. That's a little bit of a bummer. You still won though, so no sweat off your back. Your kicker and defense both did well as also. You got one on the bench and Bo Nix on the bench, so you could have improved your score a little bit by playing them potentially, but I don't think it made much of a difference there. So you still won pretty handily. Now Pirtle, unfortunately for you, Mahomes got hurt towards the end of the game, but he didn't have a good game. McCaffrey had an okay game. 15 points isn't anything to sneeze at, but it's not a McCaffrey game. Devontae Adams, I believe, got hurt during the game as well, but he had 9 targets, so he probably played most of the. He played 46% of the snaps, but 9 targets is good. He had the opportunity. Keyshawn Booty did not do too well for you either. Kelsey did okay. Ricky Pearsall did okay. I think he re-aggravated his knee though, yeah. So that's something to watch out. Man, Genty, I don't know. I was really thinking that he was going to come in. He's on a bad team. He's got the talent. He's on a bad team. But I don't know. We'll see what happens going forward there. But yeah. You played Mechie. Is that who? Do you have anyone else you could play over him? Golden, Keenan Allen, Hollins, Downs. I probably would have played at least Golden, Keenan Allen, Downs. I don't know. But, I mean, they're all play good defenses, but you could potentially play with them. I mean, John Mechie, has he done anything? Yeah, he's not really had any good games, so. But you gotta go with your gut there. He could have had a great game, so no one knows. But yeah, that was that one. And then the only other one I gotta talk about on this side, as far as reviewing, is Bryce and Kelly. And Bryce, you won by a lot, almost 70 points. About the same as Rance. Both of y'all had some blowout games there. So I guess when I said things were getting closer earlier, I was lying. On the redraft, I think there was a couple close games, but not in Dynasty. So, looking at the matchup here, start with Bryce's side since you won there. Drake May did okay for you. He's in the green. 20 points though for a quarterback. You'd like to see a few more points, but he wasn't the green. Looks like you were carried pretty hard. You got a lot of red here with Bucky and Marks. But Jason even had a red score. He just getting touchdown. He had the targets, so nothing to be scared of there, I don't think. But you got carried by Amon-Ra St. Brown, Kyle Pitts, Puka. Is Puka? Puka's okay, I guess, yeah. Especially if Devontae Adams is out. He's going to get all the targets. So, and then you got Cameron Dicker and Jacksonville defense did good. So really, you just got carried by Amon-Ra, Kyle Pitts, and Puka. The rest of your team did okay, but hey, that's how playoffs work sometimes. So, and then on Kelly's side, I mean, you had a respectable score, 124. So you had the third highest score out of the teams that played the playoffs this week. So if you would have played Pirtle, you'd have won, but anyone else, you would have lost there. But yeah, Kelly, your team just did not get it done this week. Looks like Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Quinton Judkins, Rasheed Rice, AJ Brown. I almost said Amon-Ra St. Brown. AJ Brown. All of them were in the red. You did get your tight end that did well. Cody Parkinson. Colby. Not Cody. Colby. He actually did well. I think that's partially due to Devontae Adams going down there. Yeah, Kent Walker did not do good. H.N. did okay, 15 points in the red technically, but he did okay. Neal got hurt in the middle of the game there, unfortunately. Your defense and kicker did good. Oh man, you get Trevor Lawrence on the bench. Oh, it don't make a difference. I don't think there's anything you could have done to win. But Trevor Lawrence on the bench, 44 points. I don't even know if he's had that high of a score. That might be his career high. 44 is pretty good. Yeah, that's a lot of points there. But that's only a 31 point difference. So you would have ended at 155. So still not enough to beat Bryce there. So unfortunate your playoff run ends there. You have Mike Evans on the bench, which is understandable. He kind of came back, wasn't sure what he's gonna do. You know, Kent Walker, H.N. Neal. I can see playing them over Mike Evans coming back. So better luck next year, though. Better luck next year. All right, we can look at week 16 here. Maybe week 16. There we go. It's not updated yet for some reason. I don't know why Sleeper's being slow. I'll probably update tomorrow. But it'll be myself versus Rance. And playoffs, anyone can win. I'm kind of scared of Rance, to be honest. He just put on a performance. You can see my team only 127. I did set a lineup, so myself and Rance should be a good, hard, strong battle. It won't tell me who. I guess I can click on Rance. Maybe I want to do that. Click. Yeah. It doesn't tell me how many points you're projected for, though. But yeah, you got a good squad there. But I don't know who's gonna win. It could be anybody. I'm gonna say probably you, just with my luck. I will call out though. I had the highest points for throughout the league. So if I do have a couple down weeks, it's unfortunate. But I did have over 140 points more than Rance did throughout the year. So I also went 12-2. So I mean, I had maybe not the lowest points against, but I was pretty low on that. So I got somewhat lucky there. Did I have the lowest points against? I think I did. Barely, but I did. Yeah. Me and Kelly down there. Yeah. Well, I still had the highest points for, so I definitely earned my 12-2. But yeah, I'm not sure how to view the matchups, unfortunately, properly. So we'll see what happens. But Jody and Bryce face off. So, and again, Bryce's team going in last week scoring, or this week scoring 190 points. So Jody's got to be scared, but it could be anyone's game. Jody's got a decent team. I think they've been on a little bit of decline lately. Jamar Chase, as you'll see in a second, with my team in redraft, is not done great. Justin Jefferson's kind of not done great. Jonathan Taylor's kind of been hit or miss. Did Jonathan Taylor even do anything this week? I don't. Let's see here. There he is. Let's see what he did this week. He did 11 points. So 11, 10, 13, 7. So pretty much he's kind of fell off a bit. Now he could come back. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, he's fell off a bit. So, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. RJ Harvey there. I think he got hurt during the game. Yeah, rib injury. I don't know. He played 68% of the snaps, but he did not get. He got 19 attempts, so only 9 points though. Against Green Bay. I'm sorry, I forgot. Green Bay, good defense. So if he plays this week, he play Jacksonville, which is a little bit easier of a defense. So, man, you gotta bench Justin Jefferson. That's crazy, but you gotta do it because he only had 3 points. Never thought I'd see the day Justin Jefferson would be benched. But if you don't have a quarterback that's thrown to you, it really stinks. J.J. McCarthy did have a decent game. He should not throw to Justin Jefferson. So we'll see what happens. Anything else to talk about there? I think we're okay. All right, we'll go to the redraft. Do my Pat and Jan. Sorry. All right, let's look and see if there's anything we want to talk about for activity. Some waivers here. Kelly picked up Jalen Wright for 14. Didn't do anything there. I got the Eagles, 2 bids there, me and Drew. So luckily I got him. Didn't really do anything, but luckily I got him. Sorry, Drew. Drew did pick up Chuba, which is interesting that he was available, but he did not do anything. Bryce picked up Ryan Fournoy, which did not do anything this week. He also picked up Sanders, which did not do anything this week. And he picked up Tony Pollard, which did okay this week, actually. So, good job, Tony Pollard. Anything else to talk about? Let's see here. Drew picked up Bill. I don't think he played him, but I know he got a touchdown. 14 points isn't terrible. Some talking there. Alright, I don't see anything else there. Okay. So we'll review the matchups. Kelly demolished me. Just straight up demolished me. 173 to 115. So good job, Kelly. You get to move forward. I'm stuck in the dust. My team just did not perform this week. I thought they would perform a little bit better. Even if they performed well, 173, I don't think that I would have got that. So it is what it is. But yeah, my Cowboys combo did not get it done with Prescott, Pickens, and Ferguson. Terry McLaurin did good. The Philadelphia defense did good for me. Jamar Chase actually did good. I thought he did a little worse for some reason, but he didn't get a touchdown. If he got a touchdown, that would have helped him. Wouldn't have helped me, though. I still would have lost. So, ETN did great. Hampton, not so great. I don't think I could have done anything on the bench, though. Yeah, there's nothing I could have done on the bench to make that difference. Nothing at all. So, somehow, Kelly, with his ragtag team he managed to draft while not being fully sober, did wonders. They won this week with a decisive score. If they can do it a couple more times, Kelly's gonna win it all. So that's a fact. But yeah, Kelly's team did really good. And then the other matchup this week would be Bryce and Drew. This one was the closer matchup. I guess the only close matchup that we really had. I think at one point it was a little bit closer, like 135 to 134 or something like that. But Drew had some unluckiness there. Devin Neal got hurt, and Christian Watson got hurt. If they didn't get hurt and they played the rest of their games, yeah, he got hurt. Only 32% snaps. And then Christian Watson only played 41%. So if they would have played the rest of their games, there's a high likelihood that Drew would have won this. We don't know for a fact, obviously, but, I'll say it's, only did 8 more points between those two. Probably could have got it done. So, don't beat yourself up too much, Drew, though. I think you played everything right. You got Purdy on the bench, but that would only have been just enough to lose. Almost 8 points. Not quite 8 points, though. 23.92, 31.2. So, yeah, you would have had like 7.28 points. So, yeah, you would have been off just by like half a point. Anyways, yeah, and McCaffrey did not get enough points for you. Did not carry you hard enough. You did play Bill, which got you some good points there. And Bryce's team, they just got done. Jalen Hurts did really good this week. It was 31-0 Las Vegas team that was not ready for the Eagles. The Eagles are ready for them. So that was a big game for him. Kyron Williams did great. Kyron Williams is RB8. Yeah, it's a good running back there. Barkley did okay, 16 points. Nakua did great. Jason actually got a red score, but I think he did fine. 14 points is not too bad. Kelsey did okay. Manungai did not. He only got 3 points, but you didn't really need much more. There's not much else you could do on the bench, though. More than 3 points. You got a Keenan Allen, I guess, 5 points. So. But I'll say this. Sorry, I keep yawning. I thought the Seahawks defense this week was going to be a slam dunk, but Philip Rivers is too strong. So, that's what it is. Yeah, so looking at the next week here, let's see if it won't tell me the matchups yet, I don't think. No, it won't. Pending stat questions, Wednesday, 1 a.m. PST. So 3 a.m. this morning, I'll be able to see those, but that's okay. I always do my podcast. I try to always do it on Tuesday nights. So, all right, let's see here. So it's gonna be Callie and Pirtle. Pirtle, if you set a lineup and you only scored 73 points this week, you're gonna be in trouble. I think. Sorry, Kelly's team is coming to play. I don't even know who's on this here. Let's see who you got here, Purple. Yeah, Taylor, Adams, which might be hurt. If Adams is hurt, you're going to probably not be looking too good there, Purtle. And Higgins is out, too, I think. See how it gets Miami. So that's why you got all the score. You didn't set a lineup. But I don't think it would have made a difference. You could get like 22 more points, I guess, from if you played the best lineup. 18 points from, yeah. So you could have got a little bit more out of it, but not much. Not much. You may have scored like 120 something, which isn't terrible, but doesn't match Kelly's 170. So, yeah, Pirtle, if you're missing Devontae Adams and T. Higgins again this week, could hurt certainly. So we'll see what happens. Garrett Wilson being IR certainly hurts. So I'm gonna say Kelly's gonna win that one because his team is pretty stacked. Mayfield, Cook, Harvey, St. Brown, Nico, Fannin, Sutton. John Jennings also did great this week. Yeah. It just shows you how close our redraft league was this year. Like 9-5, 9-5, 8-6, 8-6, 8-6, and 7-7. Which is really close. And even our points for is all pretty close, within 100 or so points of each other for the most part. Although Kelly, you 1477, so you're about 100 less than everybody, but yeah, Pearl, your team could certainly be carried though with Henry and Taylor, even Waddle could do something for you, but I don't know. I think you're going to this a little hurt. All right. Let's see. The next matchup to talk about would be Rance and Bryce. So Bryce, you're in. Are you the only person in both? I think you're the only person in both. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, right? I go back and look. No, Rance, you're also on both. So yeah, Bryce and Rance. So, sorry, brain wasn't working for a second, but yeah, looking at the Matchup here. Yeah, I got Rance 161 points. The price is 142 this week. So, Josh Allen. Is Javonte Williams gonna play? If he plays, he's been great this year. RB9. Man, he's so good. All right. Yeah, Bijan there, Xeron Carrier. Brian Thomas came to live the last game. If he can do that a couple more times. You also got Kyle Pitts there. That's why he had such a high score. That makes sense. That's awesome. Jamie Williams had a great score as well for you. He's kind of hit or miss, though. So, Judkins and Diggs not do much for you. Do you think on the bench? You got Mike Evans and DJ Moore on the bench. So you could have broke 200 this week, I think, if you would have. Oh, dang it. If you would have happened to play the best lineup there, even close to 200. Or at 200, I don't know. Yeah, with that being said, yeah, I think Rance has the better. I don't know. Rice has a good lineup here, good core, as long as everyone's healthy. But after Kelsey, Mungai, and Pollard, those three are the best spots there. You don't have much on your bench though, so yeah, I don't know. It'd be tough. I'll say, just looking at trends there, we're gonna be looking at finals of Rance and Kelly. So in the redraft league, that's what it is there. What was? Can it show me anything there? No. Oh, that's a little different there. That's all right. That's what I was looking for. There we go. And I'll say Isaac. Really, everybody on the losers bracket this week kind of popped off. Isaac almost 180 points. Seekers almost 150. Oh man, I bet y'all wish you were doing that throughout the season. Even Drew and Brent popped off this week a bit. Oh wow. Well, we will see what happens though. And then yeah, Dynasty Finals certainly looks like it could be Rance and Bryce there. So we'll see. All right, let's look at the Dynasty Daddy here. The playoff calculator, which we're in the playoffs, so does it work? Yeah, okay, it still works. I wasn't sure in the regular season. All right. Oh, so it doesn't predict it. Okay. Well, then I can't really do this. It doesn't predict after that. I guess because it really anything can happen. It does show, though, that going into Week 15, I had a 41% chance. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, anything could happen. Well, I think that's it for today's episode. I thought it'd be shorter because there's less to talk about. But, yeah, I guess I will catch y'all in the next one. Thanks for listening.